posted out the yearly 2017 listing of mission trips, and Spain wasn't on it. It was added to the list. So I said, I think I'd like to go to Spain just because, given I'm Hispanic, I speak Spanish, I thought it'd be a good fit.
I went on the middle school mission trip to New Orleans, Louisiana this summer. I was mainly excited. It got a little bit nerve-wracking towards right before it happened, just because I'd never been to something like this before.
I decided to go on the Brazil mission trip. We partnered with a group from Mayo Clinic.
I went to Guatemala this year. It was my first mission trip.
The high schoolers put together a trip that families or high schoolers could go on. So I was lucky enough to go with my high school daughter and my 19-year-old son.
Before this, I've done one mission trip. It was when I was around 8, I think. It was to Mexico, and I hadn't really remembered much of it. So I was very excited and anxious to go on this trip.
We didn't go for a materially poor, how shall I say, recovery or that situation such as we're having now, with Harvey and the floods. We actually went on a different type. It was to encourage our mission partners that are there, to give them, uplift them, show them that we're behind them 100%. Not just that we believe in what they're doing.
One of the families was going to move into, they called it the Purple House because the outside of it was purple, so we helped repaint the inside walls of that. There was an elderly woman that we went and we helped clean up the outside of her house. We went and we helped pass out food to the homeless people that were under one of the highways.
We went down to remote villages down the Amazon River, and at these villages, the boat would pull right up to shore.
We were on this mountain. We were just playing soccer with them, and it was so cool and fun. And even though I didn't speak any of their language, love is universal, and I could still show and receive love even though I couldn't understand what they were saying.
The most memorable experience that we had was the day that the houses were completed. When we all gathered around to pray, it was the family that actually began praying, and they prayed in unison.
There was one boy, Christian. I asked him where his father was, and in the little Spanish I knew, and he said, I don't know. And I was able to tell him that he has a loving father in heaven and a loving brother in Christ. And he just kind of broke down and gave me a hug. That was definitely the where I saw God move the most.
I wanted to continue doing that. What can I give back? And I felt that I gave back just by being there.
I think it gave me a new perspective on life because it made me more grateful for what I have.
Mission trips are really fun because you get to experience so many different places and so many different people. So no matter who you are, I think you could do it. Just go for it, and it'll all be worth it in the end.
It gets you out of your comfort zone, and that we can get real comfortable in our culture.
Going isn't always an easy thing to do. Making that decision, leaving your routine, I think that's a big aspect of any American.
God calls us to go out and to go love on everyone. No matter where you're from, how old you are, what gender, it doesn't matter. We're called to go.
There is nothing like it. You will think that you're going to support the people on the ground, and you are, but there is so much that God is going to do in you.
When you go, you find a deeper relationship with God than you ever will coming to church every Sunday and sitting in the pew.
It doesn't matter how old or young you are or what different abilities you may or may not have. God can still use you in some way, and you should definitely go.
And it's just something amazing to do life with other people, to see families do life together. We were just able to feel that tangible love that's manifested through God and His people. It was just something amazing. And I challenge everyone to do the same.